Good evening, everybody. It's Tao at the Forge, and we're doing the daily review. It's a late one tonight, but hey, things have been busy. So we're going to cash this in, see what we can get. Another 500. Blue. Blue I can do. Okay, so there's FN at home Singleton. You definitely should play this because it's free to play and you get some rewards. And hey, at least two rares out of this. So hey, you can go play it. And if you stay tuned to the end of the video, I'll show you a deck that you can use to actually hopefully win. So let's go check out the store and see what's going on there. Looks like just card styles. Card styles is just such a waste. Okay, so yeah, Commanding Presence is actually a really great card, but I would not get the card style. If it was the card, it would be different. Okay, anything in the bundles? Nope, nothing great in the bundles, so I would say no. We're going to pass on everything. Okay, open up this card. Now, let me just see here. There's some big news, and everyone's talking about the Walking Dead cards that are coming out, and I think I'll produce a video later on about that and just giving my thoughts on it. But I think I pretty much agree with everyone else in the community. So spoiler alert, I don't think it's a good idea. Okay, so we got Archon of Emeria, 2 and white, so 3 mana flying, 2/3. Each player can't cast more than one spell each turn. Non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. This would actually be really good if I ever made like a blue-white mill, right? Like if you had like 4 of these and just stop your opponent from casting stuff, and then you just constantly slowly mill them out while countering everything they do. So anyways, that looks like it is it for the day. Let's go through the deck and I'll show you guys what I would do for Singleton. Okay, so I've got Black Singleton here. And basically, I just took my other Black Singleton, took out the cards that had rotated out, and just replaced them with other cards. Now, overall, when you're playing Black Singleton, you're just pretty much choosing like black good stuff, right? Because black is just such a strong color in Singleton. You can just pretty much choose like whatever you think is awesome, right? So here I've got new cards. Are going to be Bloodchief's Thirst, right? Destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 2 or less. Now, how many planeswalkers is that, right? Like 0. But for 4 mana, you can just destroy target creature or a planeswalker. And so, early game, you could have 1 mana, just destroy something that's cost 2 or less. In late game, you can destroy a planeswalker if you really need it. A Duress just basically gets something out there, out of their opponent's hand. Foulmire Knight, you can later draw a card, or Death Touch. This is just good because it's good early game, good late game. Agonizing Remorse, so again, just disrupting your opponent's hand. Blacklance Paragon, I'm just going to go through the ones that I've added in. I added Kitesail Freebooter, because again, you can disrupt your opponent's hand and make it difficult for them to get rid of it, and he's a 1/2 flyer, so that's pretty good. We got Skyclave Shade, so can't block, but if you kick it, so if you get it, if you cast it for 2, it's a 3/1, and that's actually pretty good. But if you cast it for 5, then it's a 3/3, which is not great. But whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's in your graveyard, you can, and it's your turn, you can cast it from your graveyard this turn. And so getting cards like back from the graveyard is actually really, really strong, right? So you could have this out, it trades up really well because it's a 3/1, and then if it goes to a graveyard, you just drop another land and you can just cast it out again and again and again. You just keep trading it, right? And so I felt like this is actually a very strong card. All right, we got Blackbloom Rogue. Right, so it can be a land if you really need it to, but otherwise it's a 2/3 with Menace, and it gets +3/+0 as long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. That's likely to happen throughout the game, so I would actually say this is a good one. Okay, so Call of the Death Dweller. So that is, again, just trying to get back some of your smaller creatures, back out of the graveyard if you really need. I did not keep in that the Archfiend's Vessel, just because I felt like it was just very unlikely that you would be able to have this card and the Archfiend's Vessel in the graveyard at the same time. It's less likely to do this in a Singleton format, and so I felt it was just kind of not really. Like, Archfiend's Vessel is not very great just on its own, right? So you've got to have to really build up to it. But Demonic Embrace really is, so it gets +3/+1, has flying. It's a demon, okay? But you can cast it from your graveyard by paying 3 life and discarding a card. So this could actually be a really good finisher. You got Murder Let's see, Nighthawk Scavenger is a new one. So this is basically like Vampire Nighthawk, but better. It's flying, Death Touch, Lifelink, and it's +1 plus whatever number of card types in your opponent's graveyard, and then 3. So this is actually pretty good. Flying, Death Touch, Lifelink, you can't really go wrong with that. Pelakka Predation basically could be a land if you really need it to, but then if it's not, if you don't need it, then your opponent reveals their hand, you choose a card with converted mana cost 3 or less, 3 or greater, and they discard that card. Okay, we got Pestilence Haze. All creatures get -2/-2. That's basically just a good board wipe if you really need it, or remove 2 loyalty counters from each planeswalker. So again, this is basically just like a small, like a token board sweeper. We got Pharika's Libation. This is like one of the few ways we have to deal with enchantments. We got Strider, just be able to, again, being able to get recursive stuff out of the graveyard. Erebos Bleak-Hearted. So as long as your devotion to black is less than 5, you're probably going to have devotion greater than 5. You know, so then getting a 5/6 creature out is pretty good. And when another creature you control dies, you may pay 2 life if you do draw a card. I'd say this is a pretty good one, but not 100% positive this should be here. So this is one you might want to move out. Maybe for what's that called? That 4-mana destruction spell where you can choose evens or odds. I gotta find it here, but doesn't matter. You can look for it later. But yeah, there's a one where you choose evens or odds, and then basically just destroys all the creatures with that. I can't find it right now, but whatever. Okay, Karavek the Spiteful. All other creatures get -1/-1. That's actually pretty good. Let's see, what else did I put in here? Clackbridge Troll I added in just because it just puts huge board pressure on your opponent. Drana, the Last Bloodchief. This is an amazing card. 4-mana 4/4 or 5-mana 4/4 flyer. And when she attacks, defending player chooses a non-legendary creature card in your graveyard. You return that card to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter. The creature's a vampire. So basically, you just got to be able to swing in with her, and you know that's going to be it. Then we got Sir Gary, Merchant of Asphodel, right? So that's a good finisher, and I believe that is it. So I'll put the whole deck list into the description here, but you know, check it out and give it a try. The worst that happens is free to enter and you don't win, so you know, then try something else. But anyways, that is it for the day. Let me know how you do, and remember to take a screenshot of your playing in FNM of this screen with you entered, and then here I'll show you. So go like this, choose your deck, okay, and choose deck, click submit deck, okay, and then you are okay, and then just take a screenshot here just like this. You don't even have to have any wins. Send it to your LGS and they will send you back a code to get some rewards. So anyways, that is it for the day. Good luck in your playing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next video.